Hi everyone, something a little bit different for you in today's shorter video. One of the great things about doing YouTube is that you get to play sometimes, you get to experiment with something. Sometimes that's tools and techniques, sometimes that's playing with the medium, with video, with YouTube itself. Before I started making YouTube videos, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and whenever I went away on holiday, I'd struggle to find some sensible way of getting my favorite YouTube videos to download. These days you can become a YouTube Premium member, and that includes downloading, but for everybody else it's a bit of a song and dance to try and get this stuff. So I thought I'd make some of my more popular series available for download through a video on demand service. I'm putting out my biggest mistake, my 5-part mini series on, well, my biggest mistake. I'm also putting out 10 years of domino. That's 40 minutes of video, detailed knowledge acquired over a decade of professional use, and also includes some bonus content about making dominoes at 20mm centers. Then there's the Tracksaw Workshop as well, the entire 7-part series. That also includes the Aldi versus Titan Tracksaw review, plus a bonus video about how long did it take and what did it cost to make that series. That's normally only been available for my Patreon supporters. That's over 2 hours of video content. Now, my biggest mistake, 10 years of domino plus extras, and the Tracksaw Workshop plus extras are all available through the Vimeo video on demand service. There's a link in the video description below. There's a link on my website at 10minuteworkshop.com, right there front and center on the homepage. These are ad-free paid downloads, and these are priced at $2, $5 and $8, but for this week only you can use the discount code of Early Bird at purchase, and you can pick these up for $1, $2 and $3 respectively. That's $6 in total, less than a $5. I think that's pretty good value for over 3 hours of downloadable original content, advertising free. Now, you may disagree. You may think that you don't want to watch that old rubbish. Maybe you want to watch some new rubbish. Well, luckily for you, I've got just the thing, because I'm also making available for download a detailed build video that has never been seen before. Big build of full-size set of shelves from late last year. Lots of detail on the build, the design and the construction. In fact, let me show you a short clip of that now. So again, 1600 wide, each one has to be exactly the same width. It doesn't have to be exactly 1600, but it's got to be consistent. And the way I'm going to do this, in order to simply get that consistency, the best way I found to get that sort of consistency is to use a spacer between two ends. And in fact, we use the shelf as a spacer effectively. So one of the things I like to do when I've got a reasonably complicated a build with lots going on in it like this, is to actually lay it out in full size. That's what I've done here, using little bits of offcut to represent the shelves, so we get an absolute even shelf spacing and the actual side pieces that I've had cut. And in fact, as it's laid out, it only gives us about 10mm of wiggle room at the top of the cabinet, and it turns out I could have gone a little bit tighter. With we've got the little lower sections to keep these apart. These are just kind of placed in there at the minute. I've trimmed the two bottom shelves down, and they will just fit in neatly. With the base module successfully dry fitted as our test, I can make the most of the stops on the MFT and run through all the other shelves in one batch. And then move on to the central dividers. Note the hold down on the bench again, and I'm making sure that I reference off the same face every time when I'm cutting those mortises. So you clever people will have noticed, I'm sure, that the centre shelf, sorry, the top shelf of the base unit actually has dominoes on the ends for alignment, but I haven't continued that up through the upper units. And the reason for that is very simple. First of all, I put the base unit together first, so I make all my mistakes on that one. And secondly, it's just a question of... So there you go, over half an hour of good old making video content available for download, advertising free at just $5. But again, if you use the offer code EARLYBIRD, then you can get that for just $2. Remember though, that offer is only good for the rest of this week. Now, just to be clear, this is just an experiment. I'm not removing any of my ad-supported content from YouTube. I'm not putting everything behind a paywall. I'm not forcing anybody into doing anything. I'm just making some of my content available so that you can watch it on a flight. If that isn't something you want to do, then that's absolutely fine. But if it is, well, now you can. That's it for this week's video, though. Thank you for watching. Check out that link in the video description and on the 10minuteworkshop.com home site, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.